On 20th November each year, the world unites to recognize World Children's Day, which commemorates the adoption of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. This day is a powerful reminder of our collective responsibility to uphold the rights and the welfare of our children across our continent. Zimbabwe is particularly honored to host these celebrations today here at the scenic city of the majestic Victoria Falls. I need to explain why we call it the majestic Victoria Falls. Actually, its actual name is Mosiotunya. That's the correct name. However, when some visitor came to our country from England, he could not pronounce Mosiotunya. He then named our Mosiotunya the name of his queen, Victoria Falls. So today, when you say, come to Zimbabwe and they see Mosiotunya, very few people come. But when you say, come to Zimbabwe and they see the Victoria Falls, many people come. I wish to warmly welcome you all, children and leaders, as we celebrate with you, our children, the 2024 Regional World Children's Day. Special greetings are extended to fellow SADC countries who are participating in this event for the first time. Congratulations, comrades. Your presence today signifies the long-standing excellent fraternal relations and solidarity within our region, cutting across all spheres of life. We have heard from a broader cross-section of voices of our children as they presented their views, perspectives, and recommendations. And this must be consolidated in their call for action. To my dear colleague, His Excellency Advocate Duma Gideon Boko, we are extremely delighted to have you with us, my dear brother. I also wish to once again congratulate you on your election to the esteemed office of President to your great country, the Republic of Botswana. Congratulations. Today's gathering is a testament to our shared dedication to children's rights and their right to participate in decisions that affect their lives. My dear citizens of the region, this weekend has seen our children exposed to new experiences and the opportunity to engage in life-changing dialogue on crucial issues that affect their future. The children's voices on aspects to do with quality education, inclusivity, protection of their rights, as well as climate change, must never be silenced. As we engage within our communities, schools, and indeed at this level, we must always remain alive to our rich African heritage and the aspirations of our respective nations and the continent as a whole. I call upon you, our children, to be proud of your African identity and belonging to the Southern African region. That cannot change. Always know that although you come from different countries within the SADC region, we are all one, united people with a shared history, which is cemented by the liberation struggles that brought about independence and the freedom we enjoy today. We have a common future as we strive for sustainable economic growth, industrialization, modernization, as well as peace and security, social justice, and freedom in our region. The theme for this year's celebrations, and I quote, educate and skill the African child for posterity, end of quote, dovetails with the African Union's declaration of 2024 as the year of education. Focus is on educating an African fit for the 21st century. To achieve this, it is critically important that we scale up the establishment of resilient education systems with increased access to inclusive, lifelong, quality, and relevant learning for the children and young people of our continent, Africa. This noble aspiration entails that all of us, leaders and stakeholders alike, have an obligation to empower our children and young people with heritage-based knowledge and skills they will need to realize the Africa we all want. I wish to appreciate the partnership between UNICEF and other United Nations agencies, as well as our respective governments, in promoting dialogue. Our coordinated efforts create an enabling environment that will undoubtedly result in children and young people of Africa who are fit for the future. You may recall that during last year's celebrations held in Namibia, the children presented a call to action which amplified calls on the need for us to improve the quality and content of education in a rapidly evolving world. It is my sincere hope that we are implementing some of their perspectives and critical issues they raised within our national programs. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, and the children of our region, in the SADC region, most issues affecting children are cross-cutting. We need to strengthen instruments on child protection in order to address gaps and set specific measurable targets to achieve greater results. SADC stakeholders are challenged to broaden mechanisms for collaborating around transboundary matters affecting our children. Considerations must be made to establish a SADC protocol on children's rights to strengthen instruments on child protection. On its part, Zimbabwe remains committed to enhancing the rights of children, specifically with regards to education. All children have a right to be in school despite their location, their race, parental status, disability, and gender, among others. We have transitioned to Education 5.0, which nurtures creativity, critical thinking, and entrepreneurship, encouraged by science, technology, and innovation. Education assistance is provided to vulnerable children, including those with disabilities and orphans. This is a must. In the aftermath of the El Nino-induced drought, government launched a school feeding program in all our schools, both rural and urban areas, where communities were at risk of food and nutrition insecurity. Government provides. Civil society organizations and community-based groups, including the Angel of Hope Foundation, whose patron is the First Lady of Zimbabwe, Dr. Mnangagwa, have proved invaluable partners in our quest to meet the needs of our children and guarantee their moral upbringing, Ubuntu. As we scale up activities guided by this year's theme, our children must be taught that a country is built, a country is governed, a country is prayed for by its people. You cannot ask other people to build your country. You cannot ask other people to govern your country. You cannot ask other people to pray for your country. You build, pray for your country yourselves. You Our children must grow up knowing that you have the duty to build. You have a duty to develop and industrialize your countries, our SADC region, the continent, and finally the world at large. The burden is upon ourselves, is upon you. Never, never, never look down upon yourselves. You are masters of your own destiny. You are well able to stand shoulder to shoulder with any other children from across the world. Never look down upon yourselves. This is the kind of mindset that must take root within you for posterity. Be proud of who you are. Arts, culture, and heritage, along with our unique natural resources and tourism endowments, are critical parts of our identity as a people. These possess a remarkable ability to foster inclusive societies, enhance economic development, and propel social transformation. Let us, therefore, promote and consume our unique products as a people. Let us be proud of who we are, our own image. By the same token, we call upon you, our children, to participate and excel in a wide array of sporting disciplines, both competitively and as a recreation. As your leaders and stakeholders, equally recognize the importance of accessible and affordable health services to you, our children. Access to safe, reliable, potable water is a priority that will undoubtedly enhance the quality of life of our children, yourselves. More so, in the wake of climate change-induced droughts and natural disasters, in the case of Zimbabwe, we launched the Presidential Bore Drilling Scheme, which aims to drill bores in each of the country's 35,000 villages and over 10,000 schools to mitigate climate change, while also promoting rural development and industrialization. This duty squarely falls upon ourselves. My government has established victim-friendly units and child-friendly courts to promote access to justice by our children. This has seen the launch of the pre-trial diversion program for children who are in conflict with the law. My dear esteemed delegates, Zimbabwe is progressively strengthening refugee protection. At the 2023 Global Refugee Forum, my government pledged to support the Global Compact on Refugees. To this end, over 16,000 refugees and asylum seekers, including children, are being provided for with protection and basic social services in Zimbabwe. Furthermore, we have put in place measures to prevent instances of statelessness, particularly for refugees whose rights to identity are upheld through the facilitation of birth registration to ensure access to services as espoused by our Constitution. Regrettably, however, the scourge of drug and substance abuse continues to threaten the future and education of our children and our youth. It is now urgent that this matter be addressed at a regional level through a whole of government, society approach targeting supply routes and supply chains. Our security services and the border officials are urged to do more to fight this heinous societal ill, which is threatening the peace, security, and sovereignty of our countries. Ladies and gentlemen, and our children gathered here, in conclusion, I urge all of us to recommit to availing resources towards child-focused initiatives in line with the appeals of our children in their call to action, bearing in mind that children are the future leaders of our respective countries. Let us remember that investing in our children is investing in our future. By empowering them, we empower the world and create a better future for all. To you, our children, I sincerely thank you all for coming to this event here in Zimbabwe and here at Victoria Falls. I trust that you will go back to your respective countries and communities with warm memories of your visit to the majestic Monsieur Tunya, the smoke that thunders, which the British call the Victoria Falls. Long live SADC solidarity. Long live our children. God bless you all. I thank you.